Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Heather and you can find me here, Etsy and Instagram, all under Willy Willy Sheep Sheep. So it is Sunday the 11th of April and although it's sunny at the minute, it actually has been snowing this past few days on and off. Nothing that is going to lie or do anything, but well, we did have snow on Tuesday past and we had a couple of inches of snow actually, so we didn't do too much then. But no, that's sort of been this week's weather, is snow, really cold but sunny at times as well, so it hasn't been too bad. So how are you? Hope you're all keeping well. I'm not too bad. I sort of wasn't going to do this today, for I had a bit of a just don't. If I could just sit in a corner today, I'd be quite happy, I think. But I thought, no, I have to get myself together and do this. So if I do look like I've been pulled through a hedge backwards, that's the reason why. But as you can see, our hairdressers haven't opened yet. Don't know when that's going to happen, but it cannot happen soon enough. Usually I'm never too bothered about my hair. It's more the colour, the length doesn't really sort of bother me, but at the minute, like, I could nearly put it in a ponytail, but look at them greys. That's atrocious. But other than that, everything was quiet this week. I suppose with it being Easter and stuff. So schools are back tomorrow. My daughter's exams start tomorrow. I've been back at work since last Wednesday, so it's just back to work for me tomorrow as normal. But I did get a wee bit of stitching done, and I think, I actually can't even remember now what day it was I put it up. I think it was maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I put up a wee vlog video. I thought I would do it just to see, and it has been sort of well received, I think. Just sort of day by day what I've been stitching at, what I was getting up to. And it wasn't all cross stitched. It was the last Saturday I finished off the boxwood hoodie, and I showed it off as well. So I was happy with that. So if you have seen it and you enjoyed it, if you could let me know, and I'll try and do a wee bit more. It might be more lifestyle-y stuff or just general life stuff, because that weekend that I done it, I was off work, so I was able to do more stitching and stuff like that there. Whereas now that I'm back at work, my university course is starting back tomorrow as well. I've only actually 2 weeks of it left, so that's over quite quickly, 2 years. But just with that all, it'll not be as much stitching, but just more life in general. So, but if you like it, pop a wee comment down below and let me know. And I'll see maybe about doing some more every now and again. Because I felt so through other today, I haven't really anything excuse me, I haven't really anything wrote down. In fact, I don't have any notes, so God only knows where this is going to go. But I do have, I say finishes now. I did show these on the vlog, so if you have seen it, you'll see these again. But hopefully maybe it'll not be on the side of a sofa with the sun glaring in out at me now. So, but and you'll see it a bit better. I do have a little bit of haul, and I've started something new, so that's interesting. It's also an even weave, so it's not, I've never used even weave. It scares the life out of me. So I only started yesterday. I have a little bit done, not an awful lot, but as I was messaging somebody on Instagram, it was very much counting every stitch, every hole, everything. So I don't know how fast this is ever going to get done, but I love it, so I do want to get it done. But it's, no matter what, I think it's just going to be a slow process till I learn even weave and sort of have a bit more confidence with it. But no, other than that, Yes, yesterday me and the husband visited Spring Hill House that's very close to us here, just to get out of the house more than anything. But I'll pop a few pictures in here. I'm just thinking, are you wobbling? You are slightly. I'll put a few pictures on here and let you see it, but it's a lovely plantation house, so it's like 17th century. But unfortunately, I was going to say unfortunately it's owned by the National Trust. I don't mean that, but it's owned by the National Trust, and unfortunately, with everything that's happened this past year, it hasn't been looked after as well, and it has been shut up. You can go and you can walk through the grounds okay, but the house isn't, and I don't actually know if they're planning on opening it. At the time they said till there's like a heritage fund or something in the town. I think they explained to them that it was going to be like treated as a special case, so on special days it would open. But the thing about it is the house is sitting fully furnished of all the original stuff, so I really do have I love the living room in it. If I could just lift it and bring it home, I would be quite happy. But it's beautiful. The house is beautiful on the inside. The people that we're looking after did live in it up to, well, a few years ago. I'm not actually sure when they moved out. I think they probably retired, and then after that, sort of the National Trust, well, they did work for the National Trust, but it was just people coming in. It wasn't actually anybody living in the house anymore. But I'll put pictures up and let you see it. It's beautiful, but unfortunately the outside of it, probably the pictures I'm going to be using. I did take pictures yesterday, but they're not that great. So I'll see if I can get some more for you. So really what the pictures you're going to be seeing, it doesn't really look like this anymore, and it is absolute shame that it is starting till it needs a bit of work done to it, just to keep it up. The thing, I love old buildings like that. I love the history of it, all that, and to see it going into a bit of a wreck isn't really, I don't like seeing that at all. But I'll put a few pictures up here anyway and let you see them. If I can find one of the living room, I'll put it up as well. It's beautiful, and it's got windows all around it, or well, the fronts and the sides, and it's beautiful, so it is. So I'll put that up. Okay, so back to, let me see where I'm going to start. Well, what I've been working on this week has actually turned out to be what I say finished. It's like a stitch along, so I've finished a bit of it. 2 of them I've actually finished, but I need to start the next month as I'm already behind. Another one is one that I'm doing 3 little pictures but in one, so I've one of the pictures finished. So I think I'll start with it actually. It's the wee Halloween one. So I've showed you this before. It's a little Halloween one with the pumpkins, and then I have enough fabric here. I'm going to put 2 more beside it. There's one with owls and one, I can't actually remember what the other one is. There's another one anyway, so it'll go on here. But they're basically all this black work. Well, could you call it black work? There's a bit of black work, bit of cross stitch all around here. It's going to be the same in every single one of them. It's just going to be the picture in the middle that's going to change. Sorry, it's my mouth. I was covering my mouth there. But no, I enjoy doing it, and I love the wee intricate wee scroll detail on it as well. So I enjoy doing that. So I think I'll maybe get the other one started, and it's just in black, so it's handy. Cat hair, always is cat hair. You know, you're not having to worry about changing colours and stuff like that there. So to me, I love doing that there and was happy whenever I got it done. So I must get the other one started. The other thing I have been working on and sort of finished 1 month is modern folk embroidery. So I'll show you this every week. But sorry, I haven't took anything out of these here. It just sort of was a quick, right, I'm doing this. Threw a bit of lippy on and or a bit of lip gloss and brush my hair. So that was it today. That's how the feelings are today. But I have February finished. I kept going to myself, all right, just this wee bit to do, and then that's February finished. And then I would have looked at the chart and I was like, no, I've all this to do. Done it, and I was like, right, that's February finished. Looked again at the chart and had more I'd missed. So I kept going on like that. I don't know, I wasn't half looking at it, but I did. I got February eventually finished. So that is it there. Yeah, that's it there. And I have sort of made an attempt at starting March, just a slight attempt. So I'll get it done. The two purples, I keep saying, I'm trying not to, or so. The two purples that I'm using are DMC, and it's 550 and 553. As I've said before, purple is my favourite colour, so I enjoy working on it, even though it does seem to be taking me forever to do. And people have finished April, and I'm like, oh, I haven't even to be honest, I haven't even bought April. And starting March, goodness knows. But that's that one I've been, as I say, working on and finished one bit of it anyway. I'm just putting these away as I take them out because I don't want a pile of stuff sitting about. Okay, there's that. Where is the other? The Caterpillar cross stitch. I finished the 2nd month of it. I have printed out the 3rd month. So again, I showed it the other day on my wee vlog video, but that's it there. It's quite, the colours are quite blown out in this for some reason. They'd be darker, they'd be richer in colour, so they would. But no, I have to, as I say, start the 3rd month in it, but have it printed out, which I have here somewhere. Yeah, so it's got the tape. There's a tape, and there is an embroidery hoop, quilting, a skein of thread, and a paintbrush. Yeah, I think that's everything in that one for this month. But going by the groups, some of the groups I'm in, the tape measure, I think some people have lost the will to live while doing it. So quite possibly I could be in the same boat, we'll see. But, and then some people have found their accountant's been out, so the tape measure hasn't went the way it has. It's maybe gone through something it shouldn't have, or isn't joining up where it should. But I don't mind, I'll figure it out as I go along. Actually, something I didn't say was I had made mistakes in that modern folk one. For some reason there's a bit and it's over, I think it's over by 1 stitch, but that 1 stitch is enough for it to touch a part. I know when I look at it, I'm like, that's not centre, that is not centre. And I had it all done, and I was like, I'm not starting to pick that out again. And I put a picture up on the Modern Folk Facebook page, or I'm not sure if it's affiliated to him or just somebody, it's like a fan group page, I don't know. But I put a picture up, and as somebody said, well, it just makes it unique to you. So I thought, yeah, that makes quite a few of my projects unique to me, but I'll go with that, so I will. So that is everything I've sort of been working on this week, and that I've sort of got finished, or say this week, over the past couple of weeks, and I've sort of got finished. Now, the next thing is what I have started. So this is the one, again, sorry, zips, closing one open there. This is one of my Blackbirds. Now, I was watching Brenda and Laura, and they are going to start a stitch along sort of thing. It's the last, it'll be the last, you can start it, I think it's at the last Friday of April is the 30th or something. I could be wrong about that, but I think the Friday's the end of April, and then the Saturday, Sunday's the start of May. So they said they could start it then. And just for the first weekend of every month, I think I've got this right, I hope I have anyway, first weekend of every month, you just lift a Blackbird and do whatever you want on it. They're going to have hashtags and stuff. They do have it. If you see their videos, they do have that all said what the hashtag's going to be. So I've actually started to buy, I've just come to the conclusion this week, I love anything autumn. I'm going to say anything Halloween. I am not a big fan of Halloween, don't get me wrong that way. The holiday itself, no, I could leave it okay. I like to get my few days off at Halloween, but as for all the stuff that goes with it, I can't be bothered with it at all. But I do love the cross stitch, what you suppose you would class as Halloween cross stitches. So witchy things, pumpkins, that sort of thing. Anything autumnal as well. I love it. I think it's the colours more so, sort of the rich oranges, and again, I'm not a big orange fan, but for some reason I love it. I love it in these here. So I do. There's this one I'm working on has a big pumpkin in it. I don't know that. No, the other one actually, there is like oranges and yellows in it, but there's not as much. But I'll show you that whenever I'm coming to haul. But again, I wouldn't have been a big Blackbird person. Don't shoot me for that, but I wouldn't have been. Some of their stuff's nice, but I don't know why. I don't know why. But I did, as I say, I've started to come across more of their Halloween and autumn stuff, and I am really, really liking it. So the one that I made the start on, I'll take this out so it doesn't fall, is Halloween Eve. Now, if I can get a picture, I'll put one up here to let you see that a bit better, so I will. Now, I had a bit of a disaster ordering the threads for this. Nobody's fault, only my own. I just started ordering them, clicking, yep, that colour, that colour, that colour, and then I realised when I got down, oh, it's the DMC I'm using. So the conversion, they've give you 2 colours, and then I ordered away, and then when I looked, I was like, one of the colours maybe goes for 3 different symbols, and I'm like, have I done this really wrong? So I had a look at it yesterday when I started it, and I think I have it sort of figured out to what I'm doing. I've started with the darker part of the wing. It's actually maybe not as dark as it's supposed to be. I stopped jiggling that table. It's maybe not as dark as it's supposed to be, but I have it figured out. I want the lettering to be darker, when actually in that they look as if it's like a variegated. Yeah, I think it is variegated, but the colour they've given is just a really, really dark brown. What do they call it? No, actually it's dark chocolate they call it, but that's the one I've used, which isn't as dark. But then there's this bit round the border, the border and other bits and pieces that are done by even darker colours. So I have it in my head what way I'm going to do it now. It's just actually making sure I stick to that now. So I give this, as I say, I've never done it in linen before, so I really hope I'm doing it right. I did watch videos to make sure. There's not an awful lot, don't worry. That's as far as I've got with it. And as you can see, I've zigzag stitched up the side and whatnot to sort of keep it in. I was going to try and get masking tape, but I mind doing it before, and if it's left any sort of length of time on it, I know in our house there's going to be cat hair stuck in it, there's going to be God knows what else, and it's going to end up probably marking the linen. So I thought, you know what, I'll just have the thread in the, it's beside me here, the sewing machine. I'm just going to whiz it up and around, and that'll save any bother, which it has. It seems to be fine. So as I say, I've only got that far. Yeah, that's the right way. And it's actually looking darker on that than what it actually is in real life. But this is a marbled linen, Belfast linen. Let me see, I have all in here. It's a 32 count Belfast linen and vintage marble. I've decided to put all on the stickers, I put on wee details. And as I say, I got my threads as well, so they, oh, I'll take those out 1 second. I'm not great at working my threads in a project yet. Sort of everything's thrown into one bag, and I go through it, pull threads as I need, and I know people are going to be cringing and shouting at their screens, but I just haven't got that far as sorting it yet. But that's the colours there. Is that going to focus in? Maybe not. But they're all lovely autumnal colours. They are sort of blue out there, they're not, they would be richer than that, so they are. There's like 840, 976, 839, that really dark one is 3371. I get all sort of my threads, it's Deb's Cross Stitch, they're on Etsy, and I have to admit, I order them, like, I live in Northern Ireland, obviously. I would order them one day and I would get them 2 days later. So for me, that's perfect. I'm more than happy with that there. So I'll put, as usual, anything I mention, I'll put the link where I got it if I can find it down below. So that was that one. That is the only new start I've had. I have ordered some thread from Sulky, and we can blame Michelle from Mama Loves You GB for that one, because I was after the perfect red for my Galliana cross stitch one. Christmas House, it's Christmas House or Houses, Christmas House I think it is. I just wanted a perfect red, and in last week's video I didn't actually get to watch her video till there, what day is this, Sunday, so I think it was Friday I watched it. And she had a selection of different reds. She had a DMC 948, 849, 948. Can't mind now. It was beautiful as well, but she had bought in King Spools different Sulky reds. I thought, so I went on and started to look at them. So there's a few of those coming, and that'll let me get, I'm in two minds. I was going to say I'll let me get started, but I have a 16 count Ada there to start it on. But I'm sort of, do I want to do it in Ada or will I do it in linen? I have a lovely linen, it's getting the size, that's the unfortunate thing for it, because it is quite big. But I don't know, there's one I have earmarked on eBay, it's Sand Dunes or Dunes or something, I can't even actually mind. Linen, I think it's 32 count. So I haven't 100% made my mind up on it, but I think no matter what, if I do it on the Ada, I'm gonna tea dye or coffee dye the Ada slightly. It is cream, but it's just too bright, it's too clean for the want of a better word. So I'm gonna maybe tea or coffee dye it and see how I get on. So if I do, I'll let you see how that goes. But no, that, as I say, that is my only new start for this week, and I think I'm going to work on it this afternoon as well. I'll just pop this away. And I've only, well, I have 2 pieces of haul. One of them is cross stitch. The other is actually a new pattern that I've got. I try to get it printed. My printer has decided, because I'm working from home, I'm using it obviously quite a bit. And work has sent me in cartridges that my printer has decided are not good enough for it, and it won't recognise them. It won't work. I've put the old ones in. They won't work now. What are we supposed to do? What did we do before printers? There had to be something easier than what they are at the minute. Oh, I don't know. So if I get, hopefully I'll get it going. I need to get it going for tomorrow, but hopefully I get it going and get the pattern printed out. I have fabric here for it, but let me just, I'll show you this. It's another Blackbird. I got this off eBay. Jeff, I'll put the link below. It is called Away We Ride. Again, I'll put my better photograph of it up here. But it has on it, away we ride till it's dark as pitch to find the home of the wicked witch. And it's got crows on it and an old raggedy house, and a lovely like acorn border. Yeah, so I loved it too. I think they have it on a, what, linen? They have it on Mink by R&R, a 30 count. It does look quite dark, so I'll see. But if I get on with this one, okay, I'll do linen and try and get on to it. I've always looked at it, loved it. And I always think it makes things look older than they are, which I love. And funny, that's what I was going to say to you too about Spring Hill. Sorry, just going back again. But they have one whole, I suppose it was an outhouse or a barn or something that is back in the day. But it is all done with glass cabinets. And they have all different types of costume in it. From the people that lived in the house. Others are some I think that have maybe been donated as well. They have those in it, and the embroidery. Some of the stuff is beautiful, and that's what I'm sort of, I hate to think that is going, you know, there's going to be any sort of deterioration because the buildings aren't being used anymore. I'm assuming that they have everything regulated and everything's being looked and kept, but you do have that fear. The stuff in it is beautiful. I don't think I've actually I know I took pictures the last time I was up, which was, well, obviously a couple of years ago now. I don't have a clue where they actually would be to even show you any of the dresses and stuff, but just the embroidery on them is unbelievable. So the dresses and stuff, but just the embroidery on them is unbelievable. So I do hope it opens up again till I get back to seeing that, but that's why I like linen. And I've sort of been putting it off because I'm afraid of not doing it justice whenever I actually do come to stitching on it. But as I say, I just love the way it sort of gives like an oldie worldy look till your work, you know. I do like it. So as I say, I'll see how I get on with this other one, and then I'll maybe make a start in this, because there's actually not that there's some of the number of threads there I recognise from this other one, and I think there's only like 10 colours, so it's not too bad at all. So that is the only, well no, it, and then the other piece of haul I had is going to be the Claudia tank top, and I'll pop a picture of that on here now. It is by Just Patterns. I think they're a French company. I've seen it on Instagram a bit, but then I seen Mimi G had it and made it, and I thought, right, that's made that decision for me. The only thing it does have that I'm not 100% sure of, there is shoulder pads on the shoulders, so it sort of sits out a bit. We're going back a bit 80s here, and I sort of go, I don't know about them, but I might make it and see what they're like. If I like them, I'll keep them in, and then if not, maybe just the next one I make, I'll not do it. I don't know if I would be confident enough to then remove them again, but I'll see. I have the fabric there that I want to use for it anyway, because I bought it for something else and I can't even mind what it was for, so I just thought, right, I have that. It's a cotton ponte, so I'll use that for it. No, it's nice, and it'll be nice coming in more spring, summer wear, which I don't have an awful lot of. So I'm going to have to start. I have still got the trousers to start. I think I showed them possibly in my first video, and I still haven't got them done yet. I got fabric for them, but it isn't pleasing me. It's a cotton poplin, so it's quite crispy, for the want of a better word. But I might make them, so it means really it's that sort of material that when you walk it's going to rustle slightly. Who wants rustly trousers? But I might make them in it anyway, just to see that I can make them and what fit they are and all the rest that goes with it. But for somebody who thought that they didn't have very much to say, and there we are half an hour in, it hasn't been too bad. But no, that has been pretty much it, as I say, for the last couple of weeks. When I sit down, if I'm enjoying what I'm doing, I just continue doing it until I sort of go, no, need a change. I'm not sort of one of these people that write Mondays for this project, Tuesdays for this project. I don't have anything against that if that's what suits you, and I can see why, because it sort of keeps you that you don't get bored with things maybe too easily. But if I get into the flow of one, I just like keep working on it, as I say, until I maybe do get a bit bored from it, or just say, right, I fancy a change. So I find I could maybe work 4 or 5 days on one and then decide, right, I'll do a change. So that's why there's only 2 or 3 that I would sort of work on in the 2 weeks. But actually there was another thing, and I've been meaning to actually say this in this past few videos, but I keep forgetting about it until I had the stop button in the end of mind. But work with a hoop or work in hand. Now, I have to admit, I find working in a hoop, I like my stitches far better. They're neater, they're more uniform. I just like working in a hoop. But I find that this Blackbird design, maybe not so much about a big hoop, but then it's holding the hoop until it doesn't hurt your hand, if that might, But I find it, and especially the Modern Folk one, they're too big to put in a hoop, and I just find that I'm going, and I don't like that, can't be bothered. So I do it in hand, but I have to admit I do like the way the stitches turn out using a hoop, and it be intentioned. I have to admit, the Modern Folk one, there's just something, I sort of look at it and I go, yeah, it's fine, there's nothing wrong with it. But comparing it to one that I've done on a hoop, I sort of go, the stitches could be better. But I suppose it's just what's what suits the project maybe more. But if you want to let me know below, what do you use? Do you always use a hoop? Do you use a scroll? Or just in hand? I like in hand as well because it is a lot quicker. I have to admit that. But it sort of, does one outweigh the other? Don't know. But if you don't, let me know below. So I think that is everything for this week. I'll be working away on these, and you can see what I'm doing on Instagram if and when I get around to posting on it, for I sort of haven't really posted very much this week. But no, I think that is everything for this video. So thank you for watching. If you've got this far and you've liked what you see, if you would give me a wee thumbs up, that would help greatly. And also, if you're not already subscribed, if you would hit the subscribe button and possibly the wee bell notification button as well. I'll let you know each time I upload something. For, as I say, sometimes I just maybe do a random vlog and put it up whenever I have it ready. But other than that, have a nice rest of your weekend and a nice week ahead. And I'll see you next time. Bye.